Look outside. Jogja has a sunny day, clear and warm, just like your guys have warm hearts, make me very comfortable. But in other cities, the sky is full of smoke and dark. The eyes become red. The air makes us choke and cough. Have you felt same like that? Yeah, I have. That's what happened around us. People always blame fuel vehicle pollutions and coal power plants. But have you thought that the blue tank we use every day for cooking at home does the same? Have you realized it? Yeah, it's true. The number one, the first winner is liquid fuels like diesel or gasoline, but the second winner is this blue tank. This blue tank. And it emits 3 kilograms CO2 for every kilogram LPG we consume. In 2023, 11.2 billion US dollars. Our spending. This is almost 25 megatons CO2 we release every year. This is expensive price. It means for LPG. This is the big one is for the LPG imported, and this is our subsidized. The bigger than look at liquid fuels like gasoline and diesel. The next decades will be massive for fuel sector, massive energy for fuel sector. At least two main reasons. First, because of we are running out of oil reserves in some countries, including Indonesia, and increasing global awareness to reduce carbon emissions, to fight climate change and global warming, leading to target of achieving SDGs 2030 and net zero 2050. That will become our era. As you see, the structure of living things has the same, consisting of hydrogen H, carbon C, oxygen O. So, organism has same structure. There's no different. So the next question, what is the ideal fuel for the next 3 decades? We summarize at least 5 criteria. First of all, must be sustainability. Of course, fossil fuels doesn't meet these requirements, so we cross it. Number 2 is carbon neutral. It means no more adding carbon emissions on Earth. And the next one, do not compete with the food needs. As you know, 78% of biofuels in the world today rely on palm oil, soybeans, rapeseed. They are not fit for our needs. And the next one is also, do not compete with agricultural land and forest. Again, the world's biofuels today not pass these requirements. And the last one must be compatible with existing infrastructure. starting from our vehicles, machines that need the fuels, do not change the machine, only replace the fuel. As for example, like biodiesel. Biodiesel itself is produced, blended with fossil fuel. Like to make a B30, maybe you know, you've heard B40, and so on. So, however, there is a new type of biofuels can meet these all criteria. It's called drop-in biofuels 2.0. Sorry, I forgot to tell you about what is the difference between biofuels 1.0 and 2.0. Biofuels that we know as long as maybe most of the people sources from vegetable oil, like I mentioned before, palm oil, soybeans, rapeseed. That's biofuel number one from vegetable oil. That's the first generation of biofuels. And the second generation of biofuels from biomass or biowaste. And the technology is only use drop-in biofuels. That we talk about the energy. On the other side, on the land, we have another problems with handling solid waste. It happens around us. As you can see that in around us, the solid waste, the composition of solid waste, more than 50% is biowaste. Starting from food waste, plant waste or twigs, they all, but people mostly tackle on this set plastics. Even our reactor can handle any waste except three things that we cannot processing. First, the first is metals, and then glasses, and the others earth materials like stones, ceramics, and cements. We cannot do it. If we can handle 50% of this waste, so we can solve the problem 50% also. That's the biggest one. So that's this another challenge. So that's why, starting 5 years ago, we look at these two major problems as an opportunity to produce advanced biofuels from biomass. The first thing, initially we built this kind of a fast pyrolysis reactor with equipped flexible temperature controller to get any fuels we want to produce. Starting from 200 and 300 degrees, we will get biomass torrefied. If it's higher, we can get charcoal. If around 500 degrees, we can get bio oil. Even if we keep increasing up to 1,000 degrees, we can get biosin gas. But let's focus on the two things, biochar and bio oil. Bio oil might be black. Yeah, everyone can see it. The color is black, of course. But this black one is a new green sources. Like I mentioned before, we can use this oil for feedstock of many industries, like green chemicals. They need furans, acids, ketones, and etc. And green plastic to replace bioplastic. We can make from the bio oil to foams, polyurethanes, green pesticides, green flavor and fragrance, green pharmaceutical. As you know, maybe you know phenols, Famous is part of green pharmaceuticals, green additives. Now, have you heard about EU Red 2? EU Red 2 means European Union countries, they release Red 2. Red 2 stands for Renewable Energy Directive 2. Since 5 years ago, they said any kind of biomass here, they make 17 items on the list. You can see the 17 items on the list, Indonesia has all of them. You name it, check one by one. We have all of them. Even European countries make the list. Even number 7, they ban the palm oil, but they put the waste of palm oil on the recommended feedstock. So you can imagine. From the left, let's move to in the middle. The challenge is how to convert biomass into two things, biochar and biosyn gas. This is the part of what we do here. And the next one is we call it advanced biofuels. There are three things, three categories. Oxygenated fuels on the top, like biomethanol, biodiesel, dimethyl ether, bioethanol, something like that, because still consists of oxygen. And number 2, we can produce biohydrocarbon precisely with existing fuels. This is done by Fischer-Tropsch synthesis technology. So this is the more important. This one could be processing by the community. So there's smart stove, smart tube. The most important is on here. As you can see, the energy density of biochar is only half of LPG, right? But the price is more cheaper. So people will save energy spending by up to 70%. 70%. So who said that renewable energy is expensive? It's cheaper, 70%. You can compare it. 600,000 for 2 kilograms compared to 2,000 rupiah per kilogram of LPG. Last but not least, these three types of renewable fuels can be produced and developed for specific target markets. So that's it. Thank you for attention. From the bottom of my heart, let's do action together, the communities, to achieve prosperity in our city. Thank you very much.